What is going on, everybody? Today is day 3 of the winter meetings. Yesterday, we saw Trey Turner find a new home. He went to the Phillies, and we saw Justin Verlander go to the Mets. So it has been busy so far during these winter meetings, and we've got another story to talk about, and that is Bryan Reynolds and the fact that he has requested a trade at the perfect time. He is going to be talked about during these winter meetings, and I think he did it on purpose. He obviously did it on purpose so that they could talk about him during the winter meetings. And we're going to talk about, could the New York Yankees maybe make a trade for Bryan Reynolds? You know, it was rumored last year, and I'm going to do another video to this. Last time you guys loved it, so I'm going to do it one more time. This time, I think it might be a little bit more realistic than last time too, so let's get into it. Last year, he did regress a little bit with the average. He hit 262, but he did hit 27 bombs. Along with that, he had an 806 OPS and 7 stolen bases. So all around, he had a really good year for the Pirates. He drove in almost nearly 100 runs, which is insane to think about because the Pirates are not good at all. So the fact that he did that is really impressive. He could also play an amazing left field. He is a center fielder, but, you know, he's probably right above average in center field. But obviously, if he gets sent to the Yankees, they're not going to need him out there in center because they have Harrison Bader, so they would move him over to left, where it is a big left field in Yankee Stadium. So you kind of need like a second center fielder. So he'd be perfect over there in left, and I think he'd be serviceable out there in left. You know, he's only making $6 million, so it's not going to be expensive to keep him. And I'm pretty sure he would be on the team until 2025, which is also really good. But with all of this said, it is going to take a lot of prospects to get Bryan Reynolds onto your team. Some other teams that could be involved, I know the Mets have been talked about, even though they just signed Verlander. They may still go out and empty their farm for this guy if they don't get Nimmo. The Dodgers, how crazy would that be? The Dodgers have been named, the Padres as well. So teams like that. But the Yankees really are the main team. They said that they have interest in him. So I expect them to go hard after him if they do not sign Judge, which is looking more and more unlikely that they will. So I think Bryan Reynolds might be the route that they go. And, you know, if they get him, they could add someone like a Carlos Correa for the infield, or a Dansby Swanson, or a Xander Bogaerts. They could make that move, as well as a Carlos Rodon, because, like I said, he's only making $6 million. So he's not gonna kill you with the bank. So with that being said, all that stuff being said, let's talk about the prospects that it would take to get Bryan Reynolds onto the New York Yankees. So, with the prospects, I think Anthony Volpe is definitely locked up. He's not going anywhere. He is staying in the Yankees farm system. And Jason Dominguez might be the piece that they send over to the Pirates to get a Bryan Reynolds. Think about it. Jason Dominguez, he's kind of what you want. Bryan Reynolds is kind of what you want Jason Dominguez to turn out to be. So, obviously, he has a higher ceiling than Bryan Reynolds. I get it. But you would take a Bryan Reynolds over that, you know what I'm saying? So even though he is close, even though he is one of our top prospects, I'd be willing to trade Jason Dominguez along with a few other guys to get this deal done. So I'm going to circle this trade around a Jason Dominguez. I don't think the Pirates would want an Oswald Peraza because he is MLB ready and they're not willing to contend now. So they're kind of like wasting away his years if they do have him in the majors now. And plus, they already have a bunch of infield prospects, so they're not going to want another one. So they wouldn't want Peraza. I think they would want a replacement that they could bring up possibly next year, which is Jason Dominguez. And I also think they want a major league ready guy that they could bring in to fill in Bryan Reynolds' left spot, which is Estevan Florial. He does not have that much value, I will admit, but he can go out there right now and play a serviceable center field for you while you try to get maybe Jason Dominguez to come up and be ready. So I think you package Jason Dominguez, Estevan Florial, maybe Everson Pereira could be thrown in there too as like another outfield prospect. I think Austin Wells is safe. I don't think they would want Austin Wells because they have Henry Davis. But I do think they would want some pitching prospects. Maybe like a Will Warren you could see in this deal. Maybe like a Luis Heel I think could definitely be a possibility that the Pirates would want to take a chance on. As well as like a Davy Garcia. You know, he kind of had a bounce back year. He kind of figured it out towards the end there as a relief pitcher. So yeah, I think you could see a trade being a Jason Dominguez, Estevan Florial, a Luis Heel, and maybe a Will Warren. That might not be enough, or it may be enough. Let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya.